Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show we talk about sports with comedians. And of course, let's get ready to bring in some of the comedians. I don't see Howie Bell yet, so let me bring in Maurice Smith. Mo, what's happening? How you doing, sir?
What's going on? What's going on, Frank? Ain't nothing much.
Yeah, that's good to
Yo,
hear. Let me bring in filmmaker Jason Hayes. Jay, how you doing, sir?
It's all good, fellas. What's happening?
Yeah,
he-
man. I first, the thing is, man, I thought about you guys really early this morning, man, and there's a couple of questions I couldn't wait to ask you guys because I enjoy doing the show. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
think you guys do too. So I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch some sports today, or at least read anything about the sports thing. But there's a couple of things, man, that I didn't cover yesterday. Let me bring in Howie Bell. I see him coming in. I'm gonna wait for him to jump in. My man Howie Bell is coming in there. Howie, how you doing, sir?
What's up, good brothers? Y'all all right?
What's
What up,
happening, Howard?
Howard?
You
What
doing
up,
good?
dude?
So, like I was saying, man, I love just doing this show and everything else. And sometimes I think it's comical to do this show, man. I think I have some, funny things with this. But I'm bringing that up to say I'm setting it up. I'm giving you all an alley oop here, Howie. Giving you all an alley oop here. Shannon Sharp settled the lawsuit over the weekend on Friday. The young lady who he was potentially going up against with, her name is Gabriel Zaniga. She retired from OnlyFans on Saturday. Now, you could take that however you want. But I will say this. I am not surprised. They did not tell you the lawsuit that was originally filed was a $50 million lawsuit. For those of you sitting at home trying to figure this out, it was a $50 million lawsuit. It was not revealed how much money she got, but both sides settled in an agreement. And I think the 20-year-old walked away with a bag, Howie. I think she walked away with a big bag. What you think, Howie?
Of course she did. It's the letters are written on the wall, as they would say. Of course she did, man. She took
Yeah.
the bag, retired, bro, and that was it, bro. I mean, this is what happens, man. Stop it, y'all. Athletes, we keep saying this.
Keep
What are
trying to
y'all
tell you.
doing? They're setting y'all up, man, for the lottery wins, bro. That's all they doing. That's all they doing, bro. It's obvious, bro. It ain't even really a lot to say about this, but other than, yeah, okay, we all saw this.
Well, let me just throw this out there to you also, Howie. Somebody, I don't even know the person's name. He blogged. He was working for one of these little small sites. He blogged that during the summer games, he had never seen so many those type of women, scantily clad women descend on a city before in his 20 years of doing this and everything else. And Howie, I throw this out to say, because maybe it might have something to do with players now getting $70 million a year. I don't know. What you think, Howie?
I think women have been descending on men for money since Jesus Christ was around. I don't think that there's anybody that would debate this. Listen, bro. I mean, come on, man. Even since the old, like, contemporary, let's go to contemporary times. Even the Freaknik days and all that, women used to descend on Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And then they
Mhm.
graduated from that to the NBA All Star Weekend, and they descended on that. And then it became the Super Bowl. Listen. Women for hire have been around for a long time. They're just switching the game now. They're just doing things to make it, this and that, and then boom, here's the bag.
Yep. Yep.
I wish I
Yep.
had a book like Mo to slap.
Yeah. Well, let me bring it to Mo so Mo can get his book ready to slap. Mo, this young lady, 20 years old, Shannon Sharp is 50 something. I think he's 54, 55. Regardless, he's 50 plus. At the end of the day, what's your take on him walking away, giving up some of his back? And he's been preaching about, not doing something like this for years. He been talking about his money for years, and he got the banana in the tailpipe, I guess is the best way you could say it. What's your thought on this Shannon Sharp lawsuit?
Pause.
You right?
I think, you know what? Number one, I think whatever she got, he was insured for. Cause he's insured. He's insured, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming he is, but insured for a sexual lawsuit? I don't know about that one.
I don't know. Well, anyway, he might not be insured, but you know what though? This is the new scam, this is the new hit and run scam. Remember the bumper scam? People used to get into car accidents on
Yeah,
purpose
Yeah.
This is the new car accident scam. They're gonna put a stop to it eventually, but this is what chicks are doing. They let you hit it one time and then they claim whatever. He did this to me. That's it. That's all they gotta do. And they get in the bag. They
Okay.
get in the bag.
All right. I'll give you that one. Jay, what's your take on this, bro?
I mean, I tend to look at these things a lot more just in a normal way. You know, like I said, I mean, I'm married to a lawyer, so I spend a lot of time around lawyers, you know, prosecutors as well as defense attorneys. So this whole case to me was like kind of weird from the outset. I mean, one thing that, you know, where my antenna perked up was a couple weeks ago, her lawyer didn't show up to court.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and then Shannon, you know, and his lawyer were indicating that, I mean, first off, they didn't file any kind of rebuttal thing.
Right.
But they had kind of insinuated that they were going to countersue if they kept this up. So when the court date came a few weeks ago, her lawyer didn't show up. They didn't know what a lawyer was. Everybody's in court trying to figure out what's going on. So then the next court date, it's settled. Now understand this. The case was dismissed with prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
When a case gets dismissed with prejudice, the judge is saying, don't you ever thinking about bringing this before me again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, I'm not saying that like she didn't get no money, but I'm telling you, she ain't got anywhere near no 50 million or.
Damn.
Oh, what happened to Jay?
Damn.
This went out.
Damn. The man got him.
I'm gonna have to take.
Man got him.
I'm gonna take him out and then hope he come back. Yeah, I'm gonna take him out and hope he come back. And I want him to finish his statement because he was making such a great statement on this Sand and Shot blog.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a second. Gotta give brothers a chance to, reboot their phone or whatever. Maybe his phone died out. All right. Well, I'm gonna move the show on, man. All right. So Howie Bell, like I said at the beginning of the show, I have a chance to think about a couple of things I like doing the show. So this morning, really early this morning, I got a chance. Jason is back. All right, Jason, finish your thought process, bro.
That's my damn doctor calling, bro. Leave me alone.
Go ahead, bro. Finish your thought.
So what I'm saying is, I mean, I don't think that she got the kind of money that people think she got. I mean, I'm pretty sure he gave her something, just so he don't keep hemorrhaging money, so it's not lingering. But of course she retired from doing what she was doing because basically it sounded to me like she was selling pussy, right? Mm-hmm. So once you done business with somebody and then turn around and file a lawsuit against somebody that you've done business with, of course you got to close up the shop because anybody else coming there spend money with you because it might be them next. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that, like people read into it and say, she retired because she got that bag. Nah, bro, she retired because she can't sell no more, bro.
She gonna sell. She gonna sell. I bet you she gonna be up with a different name real quick.
Probably. You're right, Mo, but not the one she got right now.
Yeah,
no, she gonna use that name, but she'll be back. Probably. She'll be back. Let that bag get a little bit low.
All right, so let's keep this thing moving. Like I was saying, man, I had a lot of time to think about a couple of things, man, and I was always thinking about this show, man. So I wanted to throw this out there, man, and say, and let's take another look at this Karl-Anthony Towns Julius Randle trade a year later, because around this time last year there was a trade between New York and Minnesota, and I was one of those people who didn't like the trade. Mo, obviously, Knicks fans, he liked it. Now, mind you, I had nothing in it one way or the other. I'm a Celtics fan. I'm not a Knicks fan. But I looked at it from a perspective of I think the Knicks didn't come out on top the way that they could have. And at the end of the year, as I sit back and review this, I think I was wrong. You know what I mean? I think I was wrong in one sense of saying I think the Knicks did get slightly better. I'm not sure they got a lot better like they were thinking. But as I review this trade in my mind, and I think about other trades like this, Howie, what's your thought process now reviewing the trade, Karl-Anthony Towns and Julius Randle trade? Because in a sense, it's kind of set up things that's happening now in the NBA with players getting traded, at large sums of money and I mean large sums of money to offset each other. You know what I mean? In an offsetting kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an equal trade here across the board. You know what I mean? I don't know. What's your take on this, Howie?
I don't know. Julius Randle is more masculine. Anthony Towns is more, you know. I think that's the only trade-off. You said you trade a little sugar for some salt. But other than that, I would say no, the Knicks got a little better. You know what I'm saying? They had a little sassiness to their squad. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really do what towards the end of the playoff run they had. He didn't really do what I think people thought he could do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't know. I think it was like a lateral move. It wasn't really I don't think nobody was a winner or a loser in this, other than the Knicks maybe slightly getting a little more, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like a little more out of Anthony Towns other than that. But other than that,
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's coming from a Detroit Pistons fan. So, first from a Celtics fan, then a Detroit Pistons fan. Right. Let's ask the New York Knicks fan.
There's some hate goggles with both of y'all.
See, no, I said the Knicks got a little bit better. I don't know how I got hate goggles on, but okay.
I said both y'all got hate goggles, bro.
Okay,
I said a little bit.
I think it's a
hate goggles.
Now that's why I said I wanted to bring this up, man, because I want you.
Add a little more sugar to the Kool-Aid. That's all.
I want Mo. Like I said, I admitted I was wrong. I say that. I think I was wrong. I'm saying that. But help me understand how the Karl-Anthony Towns, Julius Randle trade was a success. Help me understand.
Because Karl-Anthony Towns opens up the floor more for everybody else. You don't know. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns, listen, Julius Randle is a dribble to the basket with his back kind of player, which gets him picked off every single time. Look how many ups and downs Julius Randle had in that Western Conference Finals against OKC. He wasn't really consistent. I mean, don't get me wrong, Karl-Anthony Towns had some bad games also, but he was very more consistent than Julius Randle. And with Julius Randle in New York, we're not guaranteed to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But if we'd had a coach that would have played the bench, we probably would have went to the NBA Finals. Karl-Anthony Towns opens up the floor. And now with a coach that is a pass first, set up the play offense, because if you ever look at the Knicks, I watched it one night. On defense, they feet move. They are a fluent team. Like boom, boom. Like how someone say, the dummies on the stick or whatever, they move together. But on offense, it was nothing. So now you have an offensive-minded coach, which can open up a lot more for Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and the team.
Okay. Jay, give me your thought process on how the Karl-Anthony Towns, Julius Randle trade is a success for the Knicks.
I believe I told one Frank Holder that the Knicks won that trade, a long time ago, right?
Yes.
Because Cat is a super, super talented basketball player. The question with him has never been skill or talent. It's been like his will or his heart, like get down and, get dirty and get in the muck. Now, I think people lose sight of how good he is because to quote Kenyon Martin, or maybe Gil Arena, Gilbert Arena said it, he has a WNBA body. Bro, when they said that, bro, I was on the floor and I was like, you know what? He is built like a WNBA player. Right?
I can't wait. I can't breathe. He's got a WNBA body.
He got a WNBA body, bro. So because of that, you kind of don't give him the credit that he deserves as a player. But yeah, man, I mean, I think Minnesota still got better, giving him up because the way that he needs to be utilized, Minnesota couldn't use him in that way, but the Knicks could. And the way that Randle and the other dudes, DiVincenzo and them, they really couldn't thrive playing with Brunson, so they can play a little bit better with Ant in Minnesota. So I think everybody got better, but Cat's the better talent. WNBA body and all.
that's a very interesting way to say that. Okay, I like that. How I don't know how you follow that up, brother, but that was funny. I don't know how you follow it up. Okay. In other news, I don't know if you all heard this. Ben Simmons is on the market. He's drawing interest from Phoenix, New York, Sacramento, and Boston. I definitely don't want him to come to the Celtics. I ain't gonna lie about that. But Ben Simmons is definitely on the move. He's on the move again. He's on the move to the Boston, Phoenix, New York, or Sacramento. This may sound really crazy, but I think the way the Knicks is set up, right now, he's probably a better move if he goes to the Knicks because he ain't got to do so much. Or Sacramento. I think he could do well in Sacramento too, but probably most in New York because New York ain't gonna have a lot of things on. But can he handle New York? What's your thoughts, Howie, on Ben Simmons going moving to New York, Phoenix, Sacramento, or Boston?
This guy's still around, huh?
Yeah, he is. He's only 29 years old, too. He's only 29 years old. So
I saw him play last year. He bowled out against Indiana when I saw him play, bro.
Yeah, he played well last year. Yeah.
He finally getting it together, huh? Okay.
No, he ain't.
Yeah. Like, this the guy, and like Beverly Hills Cop. Is this the guy who wrecked the buffet? I mean, is this the man?
Howie with a Detroit reference.
Yeah, I mean, come on, there you go, baby. Yeah, I don't know. This guy been stealing from the NBA for years. He is a professional money launderer. This guy is incredible. I don't know how he survived this long. I'm gonna tell you something. He got a hell of an agent, or he's blessed by God beyond belief. This guy is incredible, and now other teams are looking at
Rich Paul, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what else to say about it. Ben Simmons, get your money, bro. Go ahead, get it, man.
There it is, Mo. What's your take on this, Mo? Ben Simmons on the move. One of the teams is your New York Knicks.
Oh, hell no.
I ain't mad at you. So where you think where you see him at? Let me see, Sacramento, Phoenix, Boston.
It's either gonna be Phoenix or Sacramento. I know Boston is thirsty, but they ain't that thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Listen, respect to the GM. Jesus, what's his name? Brad Stevens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, listen, he ain't that dumb. Even James Dolan ain't that dumb. He be like, oh hell no. We ain't picking up a Ben Simmons. Nobody's gonna pay to come see Ben Simmons in New York.
I will tell you this right
So,
now.
no.
You can have a stroke if he put on a Knicks uniform. You're gonna have a stroke.
Jeez.
I'm having a stroke. Man, listen, I'm having more than a stroke. I might see me, I might get locked up for life. I might try to blow up the garden.
Oh man. And he said that on the TV show too, bro. Like, wow. Jay, what's your take on this, man? Ben Simmons and those 4 teams.
Listen, I'm waiting for the book to come out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna have it in the no self-help section of the bookstore.
Yeah.
Talking about how I stole $100 million.
Yeah.
Free.
I'm trying
what I'm saying? But listen, he's still 6'10". He is still hella athletic, and he can guard all 5 positions. And even if you get him 40% of the time, that might be the difference in a whole lot of games on a good team. So if you can put him on a team where you really don't need him like that, but you can plug him in here and there, and get some minutes here and there. I'm telling you, I saw him play against Indiana, and they beat the brakes off Indiana in that game. The Brooklyn Nets. I was at the game, and Ben balled out, bro. So the ability is there. It's just right here for him, bro.
Yeah,
it might be. Yeah,
it's definitely mental. All right, so yesterday we talked about the WNBA. We talked about literally, the strike coming, possibility of strike coming. When we get off the air, I saw 2 or 3 other articles and things like that are pressing forward to this. The WNBA is definitely losing $40 to $50 million a year. But the thing is, I couldn't understand what the WNBA players are standing on. They're standing on the fact that they're seeing the receipts of how much money's coming in. And since we got off the air yesterday, they are standing strong, 10 toes down on Howie, that they're going head tilt to a strike. They're not thinking about nothing because they're looking at the receipts of how much money's coming in. They're not looking at the receipts, I don't think, on what the overall loss is. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up today is because if the WNBA folds, the word is it could hurt the NBA. You know what I mean?
How?
I think the NBA gets better. I have no idea. But the word is that it could literally hurt the NBA. And it might, in my thought process, I thought this through, guys. I thought this through. The only way I can see it hurting the NBA, Howie, is that NBA's expansion plans. That's the only way I can see. Because I thought about it. I was like, I don't see how it hurts the NBA. But I read an article, but you read these articles from these guys, they all have something to say. Everybody got an opinion. I don't know. But the NBA strike is looming, and it's hurting their potential thoughts on expansion teams for the WNBA and expansion teams for the NBA. What's your thoughts, Howie, since yesterday on this strike?
Well, given what you said, I'm gonna say this. Listen, it's not gonna really hurt the NBA at all.
At all.
Really. Mm-hmm. But you know what? The only way it does affect me though is we're living in a time though where women are important, and Me Too movement is important, and these things. So if the WNBA was to just say, for instance, disappear, which is not, it would be a little bit of some concern. I think it would be more controversial than you think it is. You know what I'm saying? And, I think that we need it. Women's basketball has been around for a long time, fellas. Let me tell y'all this. I went to King High School in Detroit, Michigan. We had a really good women's basketball high school team, bro. They were better than our men. And that was back in the 80s. So women's basketball, and I graduated from Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina, where our women's basketball team was really good. And in Columbia, South Carolina, the Gamecocks, University of South Carolina, which I attended as well, their team won championships, and they're really good. Stop underestimating women's basketball. Y'all tripping. That is one of the most ongoing, momentum-changing sports in professional sports, and not only professional, like I said before. So my point to this is, maybe it won't affect the NBA like that. But at the same time, bro, the WNBA is one of the best and most rising professional sports, bro. Can't argue with it at all.
Mm-hmm. Can't do it. Mo, you brought up an interesting point yesterday, and I want to piggyback off that and saying if the NBA is hurt, maybe it's hurt because of the WNBA has teams in cities that the NBA is not in. You know what I mean? And it affects the economy in that kind of way. Because that was a great point you brought up yesterday. I didn't even think about, so maybe that's the way that they're thinking. Because they want to expand. The NBA might want to expand in cities that WNBA is in. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's a Seattle or something, something like along the lines of that. Seattle's the first team that sticks out in my mind because they don't have an NBA team. But things like that. So maybe that's the thought process. I can't see it. Mo, help me, bro. Help me.
Hold on. Before I say this, I got to make sure that there's nobody around that could. Here's my Pelican brief. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All this is a plot to go international. Where is the biggest results for women's basketball? Internationally. Am I right?
Yeah.
Women's international basketball is way bigger than the WNBA. Hold up.
But you ain't got the whisper, Mo.
No, it's my Pelican brief. They might come and get me. I'm telling y'all this. They going international with it. Everything, the whole thing. This is just another brick in the wall to say we got to go international. If the men go international, then the women automatically go international, and then they automatically get a pay bump because they get that money in the off season because they play where? Internationally.
Yo, your Pelican brief has the sign of Denzel. That's definitely a book slap type of moment right there, boy. What?
Don't tell nobody I said this.
I won't.
Might come get me.
I won't. Can you piggyback off that, Jay? We got to whisper.
If they strike, they for sure gonna go international because they gonna shut the WNBA down. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the only work they're gonna be able to get. They're gonna be going back to Spain, back to France, back to Russia, so that they can work. Listen. So to say that we've seen the books and there's money coming in, and you're negating that you have not been profitable for 29 years, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got 20, you got 3 decades of losses you got to make up for, bro. That's like me having a side chick. I'm paying for 2 households, and my side chick called me up and say, "Hey, yeah, I found somebody else, man. You got to pay no more." What? That's hurting me. You know what I'm saying? No, bro. That's just taking that money in my pocket and putting it in the other pocket. You know what I'm saying? Wifey just came up. You know what I'm saying? There is no loss on my end. The seasons do not overlap. There is not one thing that the NBA does that is contingent upon the WNBA, outside of them kind of pairing the WNBA player, the NBA player doing All-Star weekend for like shoot-offs or something. Other than that, their businesses don't touch. So I don't think the NBA sells one less ticket because the WNBA is upset about something, bro. Because most NBA fans don't like the WNBA because it is a different game. I like it, because I'm a basketball junkie. I can appreciate what they do, but I know why most people tune in to the NBA is to see incredible athletes, not incredible precision. You know what I'm saying? They want to see spectacular dunks, breath-defying, daredevil type. I can't believe he did that stuff. WNBA fundamental stuff. They do their job. They move what they're supposed to be, do what they're supposed to do. If you love basketball, you love WNBA. But most people are fans. They're casual fans. They want to be excited. They want to see spectacular. And let me tell you something, bro. Okay, what they say, that game ain't spectacular with them.
No.
It will be in a few years. Give it a few years. Them chicks is gonna be flying out the gym. Listen, it's getting evolved now. Caitlin Clark, Reed,
telling you it is.
all them, they done step their game up. We might not be alive when it happens, but it's gonna be some chick right now practicing a Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Spud Webb type dunk. I'm telling you.
The only way that happens is if they populate the league with a bunch of Caitlyn Jenners. Other than that, it ain't happening because they ain't gonna be that muscular, bro.
No, they got more. They got more. My girl,
slip on these chicks if you want to.
Got the girl from Mwambe. What's her name? From overseas over there in Africa, whatever country she's from. I'm sorry, I misquoting her name, but she can dunk. It's a few dunkers, but it's going to evolve, like Mo was saying, into that. You better believe, trust and believe, dog. This women's basketball professional league is going to advance way beyond we even talking about right now, bro. I'm telling you it is. And don't sleep on it, because that's the problem. If you sleep on this, I almost want to put some money up in Vegas at this point.
But Howie, here's the thing, bro. A turtle ain't never gonna run a 4.5, bro. I don't care. Listen, he gonna get faster. You know what I'm saying? Through evolution, he never gonna run. He never got to run a rabbit straight up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You
ain't never gonna see that unless they lower the rim. That's it. If they lower the rim, then then maybe it's
no, they ain't gonna lower the rim. They ain't gonna lower the rim.
You're gonna be like Kevin Hart with Uber. You're gonna miss the ride. Listen, I'm telling you now, the league, the women are gonna. They're gonna.
I play basketball, bro. Trust me.
I play basketball. I mean, I played on your level, but still, I watched women. My high school had a great women's team. You know what I'm saying? We had. I listen.
It's been around. This ain't new, bro.
They are doing different things already down on that court.
No, women's basketball is not new.
Bro, understand this, right? Angel Reese plays forward at 6'3". She couldn't be a starting point guard in the NBA at 6'3". You are a small point guard at 6'3". You know what I'm saying? It's a different game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's against men, though.
It's a different game.
Well, you know what? We're going to table this and we're going to circle back in a couple of weeks because they're about to strike or they're not about to strike, but it's coming to a head. And we can finish.
It's going to be terrible for them when they do that, bro.
Now,
also, I heard this on on Shannon Sharp joint, right? So I think right now they only get like something like somewhere around $50 million a year in revenue, and they get something like 9.5% of that. So their salaries are contingent upon that revenue. Well, they got new revenue coming in next year around 200 million.
Yep.
So now they're gonna get 9.5% of 200 million. Well, dude, your salary is gonna go up automatically because the revenue quadrupled. So what are you talking about? Even if you keep the same 9.5%, your salary has to go up.
Yeah, but they want more than that. They want 15% of TV revenue coming in.
Exactly.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And you got 3 decades of losses you've been carried for the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
it makes no sense business wise.
Yeah,
the people that carry you got to recoup.
We both are preaching to the same. We preach to the same choir, bro. Because we're just saying it's a little different. I'm saying the same thing you saying, bro. I don't see it. If it was my business, I'd be like, you know what? I'll fold and take my money and make my ball and go home. I am not giving you no pay. That's what I would do.
No way.
And I have a very small business. I can't even imagine what if you're making millions upon millions and you say you want more money, and I ain't just lost 5 years of $50 million and you want more?
3 decades of losses, in the second you get $1, you want to keep all your money instead of paying me back first?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
But let me say this in rebuttal to that before you go to the next subject. So if that's the case,
that is the case.
No, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
3 decades of losses.
3 decades of losses.
40 million a year,
roughly, give or take.
Yep.
Definitely 20 to 40 million a year.
It's scaled how it's been scaling up from the time it started. Now it's about to be at 50 million a year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ask yourself this. Why would they go 30 years and counting with losing that much amount of money per year and haven't folded yet?
Do you want me to answer that? I can answer that. At the potential of you might be turning around thinking that I might be sitting on a franchise that could be worth $1 billion, if $1 billion or $2 billion or $3 billion, if it turns. That's what you
think they still going off ifs?
No.
You don't go 30 years. No. I listen to y'all. You don't go 30 years.
I was answering. You didn't. All right,
Frank, hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. But you don't go 30 years. 30 years now. You've been re-emphasizing this point for a couple of days, Jay. You don't go 30 years of losing 40 million a year. And you still talking about if we get it. That ain't how it works.
No, how it works. It's called investment, Howie.
They still going off.
No. They see the potential because of how popular female basketball is.
Ain't no potential no more. It is what it is. They know that the WNBA, excuse me, let me talk. There's no potential anymore. They know what it is. They know that the WNBA is going to make them 1,000 times or more than what they lost. So they already know there is no more ifs. There is no more potential.
We don't know that, bro.
They didn't know.
30 years of losing 40 million a year and they still taking risks, nigga. That's a bad gambler in Vegas, nigga.
It is.
Nah, bro.
They didn't know. They did not know it was going to be 30 years before they turned around. When they set out on this track, they were thinking that it was going to be.
Y'all tripping on that, though. Y'all tripping
on that. No. Howie, understand this, bro. I mean, this is how business works, bro. First off, what they're trying to do is they say, look, there is potential in a female league that can maybe
30 years ago. There's no more potential.
Hey, Howie, I'll let you speak, bro. I'll let you speak.
Great.
They said there is potential in a female league because of popularity around the world. And it's like, why should American female basketball players be forced to go play over in Spain, go play over in Europe or whatever, when we can probably figure out a market over here in the United States? They didn't know it's taking 30 years to find the market.
They didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? It's called investment.
Right.
So what I'm saying is the NBA is so profitable to that they could afford to eat that money to keep that league going as long as they kept costs down. right? So now it's just starting to kind of turn the corner because now they got a $200 million television contract that's gonna help the league pay for itself and start allowing them to, to get some of that money back that they invested. And it's an investment. They didn't give them nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying out of good of our heart. They ain't how business works. They're saying we're investing because we think it's something here, and now it's finally about to do something.
And 30 times 30 is 900. They're thinking that they're going to have a potential of having a franchise worth $2 to $3 billion. So they still think that they're going to be. They still think they're in the positive, but that's not even the issue right now, Howie. I think you're overlooking one thing, Howie, and I want to make sure you're clear on one thing. I think you're overlooking one major factor here. They didn't know the WNBA was going to kick back during this potential issue happening right now with the contract saying we want more money and we demand more. They didn't know the players were going to go for a looming strike. They thought the players were going to go work with them so they could grow the league and turn it profitable. Nobody knew that the players were going to sit there and say, you know what, we don't care whether you turn it a profit or not. We want more money. Nobody saw that coming. That's the whole point of the contention of everybody right now. And honestly, I think the owners are really upset. They're sitting there saying, we thought you guys were going to be working with us to help us turn this thing into a profit when they started on the journey. Nobody knew the journey was going to be 30, 35 years either. You know what I mean? So,
right,
didn't just what?
Go ahead, Mo.
But wait. Didn't just a few days ago, you guys were talking about don't leave no money on the table. The owners need to pay. They ain't good for the WNBA. They like, listen.
The owners are paying. The owners are paying. This is not a dispute.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I mean, the players,
they ain't got no money on the table.
Yeah,
there's no money on the table for them.
Well, hold on, man. I sat back and listened to y'all. The players see the increase coming. They like, hey, we better get it now because that's what they want to do. I mean, listen, we always talk about other players. We can't fault them for getting their money. Why are we gonna fault the women? It may not be right, but they trying to get their money.
This is hilarious because this is how we argue. Can you imagine what the argument must be between the players and the owners right now? And this is just us. We don't even know the details of everything. This is just us. So that they must be really going at it because amongst us, we going at it a little bit and we seeing on both sides of the thing. And I see the players. I mean, I see the owner's side more than I see the players. You know what I mean? Because
I just looked it up, Frank. I just looked it up. So the New York Liberty used to play at MSG.
Yep.
So Dolan was like, I don't really bother with it no more, leave me. So the owner of the Brooklyn Nets bought the team from Dolan for $450 million to have them come play here in Brooklyn, right? And I can guarantee you that they ain't made him $450 million yet, on that investment, right? Now, let me tell you how cold business people are. Let's say they say we ain't gonna do this, and they play real hardball. They don't care if the league exists or not. They have no dog in that fight, not when it comes to money. So let's say, it's one of these conglomerates, like a Comcast that's also losing money, in the cable business. They will gladly take a $450 tax deduction, you know what I'm saying, to just wash their hands of the whole thing and improve their business standing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That depends.
Right now, you're dealing with business people, bro. They ain't fans. They ain't none of that, bro. They business people.
Okay, let me say this.
One
quick thing. Jay, you're right. So business is business, but you looked at it from one angle. You also have people that look at it from a longevity angle. So you have different business-minded people. Some people look at it for the quick, let me wash my hands, get rid of this money. That's a New York frame of mind you got. But some people think, differently, like, hey, let me look for the long ball game on this. To see what's going on. And let me finish with this. If I spent $450 million, that was for a reason. I didn't spend $450 million to not make no money off of this, bro. I'm going to make some bread, and I'm going to be in something that I see that has a potential to make me billions. And that is how business-minded people think as well. Not dismissing how you think as well. I'm just saying there are multiple ways to look at business and making money.
But Howie, Frank, I'll be quick. Here's the thing, though. Let's say me and you go into business, and there's huge potential on that business endeavor that we're doing. But we get into business, and I realize Howie's reckless, bro. And he ain't never gonna be a good business partner for me. So this business ain't never gonna thrive because he ain't never gonna do what's in the best interest of the business. So I'm gonna have to cut my losses early on and say,
Well,
I'm
that's
not gonna
different.
keep
You going
pumping.
into
Howard. Hey, I let you talk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Jay.
So if it's me, I'm gonna say, all right, let me get up out of this right now. See, right now they're showing that they're not going to do what's in the best interest of the business. They're doing what's in the best interest of themselves. Even though the business supported them for 30 years, the first chance they get, they're trying to squeeze out more from the business than what the business really should be giving to them. So they're bad business partners. So if they shut it down, I would understand them doing that because you can't really grow it because you got bad business partners.
Jay, you got to have the last word. Howie, I'm sorry. He got to have the last word on that,
all
bro.
good.
Because we could be arguing about the WNBA
Yeah, we
for
can.
the whole rest of the hour. We could, because it's, you know, the thing about this is there's two sides to this, man, and I understand it. But speaking of which, man, let's talk about the top 5 reasons of talk about business. Let's talk about the top 5 reasons why the Clippers signing Chris Paul will or will not work. Now, I'm not gonna throw my reasons out there. I'm gonna let you all throw your reasons out there. I don't like the signing at all, but you know, a lot of people do. So give me your top 5 reasons, Howie, and why you think it's worth it.
I do. I like it, man. I like the fit. You know what I'm saying? I would say number 5, I like the fit. I like him going back there. I like the nostalgia about it. I like him finishing off there. I love everything about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with that. Not only that, here we go with them 4. I think the contract deal was good. You know what I'm saying? If I can find it here, he you know, they didn't really sign it for that much, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really cost them a lot. You know what I'm saying? He can come there and he can do his thing and really, you know, they still got money left over. And then you got, shit, if I can go with number 3, I can say he coming off the bench. So he's going to add some time, you know what I'm saying, to give some people some rest, you know what I'm saying, to come in and possibly score some points, add a little leadership. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So overall, man, I think that he's good. If it won't work, you know what I'm saying, I think he's getting old.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I got to think one thing, why it won't work, he's just getting old. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the limited minutes won't have him being in the same Chris Paul that he was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that would be the only thing I can say about that, you know what I'm saying, on the negative side. But overall, I think Chris Paul is, hey, man, I think it's excellent. I think that the Clippers are building. I love what they're doing. And I'm actually lightweight, a little excited for them. I want to see what they do.
Mo, give me your thoughts on top 5 reasons why the Clippers signing Chris Paul will or will not work.
Number 5, why it will not work. The boy's at the end of his career, man. He's at the end. I mean, the end. It's like, for real, you know, he ain't even CP3. It's CP the end. No, he even said it. This is it. This is the end. I'm done.
Yep.
This is it. You know what I'm saying? We were saying this about Damian Lillard, and it's the same thing about Chris Paul. He's going to end his career where he was loved at.
Yep. Yeah.
Why he didn't go back to the Lakers? Why he didn't go to? He never was a Laker.
Right.
He was a Clipper. So go where you know. Finances is not his problem. That man, listen, he. I don't even think he spent the NBA check. He's still spending all that State Farm insurance money. He don't even care about the NBA money. That's for somebody else. A long time from now, who's going to spend that money? Number 3, he's easily hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could see Chris Paul doing an Aaron Rodgers first game. Bam! He out for the season. Listen, I don't know. It just fits in. I know he bought that number 3 from Bradley Beal. They had a thing on TV that Bradley Beal volunteered to get here, right?
I missed that one.
Yeah, it was on. They said it was on NBA Today. Bradley Beal volunteered to give up the number 3 to Chris Paul. Yeah, right. Yeah. Beal been around a long time. He got some racks for that number 3. Yeah, I know he got a rack. Paul was like, I gotta have it. Somebody gave him some racks for that number 3. And you know what? This the only parade he gonna get in his career, that farewell, because he ain't gonna win no chip. It's sad to say.
Wow.
So he might go to the Clippers and get the only parade he gonna get, the farewell, season or whatever, like Kareem and everybody else. That's the only parade he gonna get.
Jay, the floor is yours.
So I did one as the why it won't work, and I did one why it could. Not will, could. Right? Number 5, it won't work because the piggyback Howie and Mo, Ninja too old, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Now these are solid numbers, for a role player. Last year, he averaged 8.8 points, 7.4 assists, which is good, and 3.6 rebounds.
And he started, right? I'm
not sure if he started. Or
He
if he did, that's pedestrian. You know what I'm saying? That's not Chris Paul numbers, right? That's not going to help them a whole lot. 8.8 points. You know what I'm saying? A reason that it could work, it can work because hell, anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. Nothing's guaranteed. They could gel in a magical way that we ain't never seen before.
Yep.
Other teams can have all types of injuries, and they could end up doing something, right? Number 3, why it won't work, because supporting cast is just too often injured. He's going there to play with Kawhi, who's always hurt, Bradley Beal, who's always hurt, Brook Lopez, he 75 years old. You know what I'm saying? The odds of everybody staying healthy are just almost nil, almost impossible. It can work if they can make a few more moves and get younger, with some real talent, to like kind of shoulder the burden, with like Kawhi and CP3 and Bradley Beal ain't got to play like crazy minutes. It could work. And why it won't work? The West is just too loaded, bro. That gauntlet, they can't navigate all them young boys like that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay, so let me just throw this out there. Are you done, Jay? You done?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just throw this out there and just say this one thing. This is what I looked at it. I was like, if Chris Paul, I don't know this for a fact. Maybe I can call this a Pelican brief. If Chris Paul had on a piece of paper and he said, okay, I'm going to LA. On this side, I got Bradley Beal, I got Kawhi Leonard, and I got James Harden. And on the other side, I got LeBron James, I got Luka Doncic, I got Marcus Smart, and DeAndre Ayton. I'm tripping on why he decided to go to the Clippers. Like I would have thought if you had gave me money, I'd have been like, let me put my money to the chip saying he's gonna go to the Lakers, because with Marcus Smart right there on that side, the Lakers now have defense right there in the front court, and then they're able to get some more defense in the back court. They'll be able to have defensive presence. You take out Marcus Smart to sit on the bench, Chris Paul comes in. They don't lose nothing. And then on top of that, Chris Paul can push the ball up and he could play because he started last year. He's able to keep the same pressure on with the Lakers. He doesn't do that right now as it sits with the Clippers. So I'm baffled.
But he's only, but Frank, he's only a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah, and he's retiring. That's it. He's done.
Why would he retire with the Lakers?
Yeah,
I just told you why. Because of you. If you put the players on paper, if you look at LeBron,
listen, you know what that shows. You know what that shows. You know what that shows.
Hold on, Mo. You got LeBron and Luka on one side versus James Harden and Kawhi Leonard on the other side. I think anybody would pick LeBron and Luka. Go ahead, Mo. What were you gonna say?
That just shows Chris Paul knows they ain't gonna win the championship either.
Either.
He ain't got no faith that the Lakers will win it.
Chris Paul knows the Lakers ain't winning no ring, so why go through all that stress, all that heartache,
pressure?
Again, he's been through that already. The big letdown.
Let me ask you
in your career,
I'm going back to the Clippers.
Right. I ain't never been a Laker anyway. Okay, but just like if I move back to New York right now, I'm going to Brooklyn.
Who has a better?
That's where I'm from. I'm not from Harlem. I'm not from the Bronx. I'm not from Queens. I'm going to Brooklyn.
Mo, who has a better chance of winning the NBA chip next year between the Lakers and the Clippers? Right now, as they are right now as a team.
Oh, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, but neither one is going to do it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm
But
saying,
Chris Paul is not looking at it like that.
Right, I was
He's
just about
not
to say,
looking at
Frank,
who
you
got a
keep
better
missing.
chance.
You
He
keep
would
missing
have
his
a better
motivation.
time. He would have more fun as a Clipper than he will as a Laker. This is last year.
well, you
Hey,
want to say
Frank,
Howie?
but also you gotta understand the Clippers and Lakers hate each other. That's
Right.
like you having a choice to go to the Celtics or go to the Knicks. You ain't going to the Knicks.
Yeah, I get that.
You ain't going to the Knicks.
No. Not just no. That's just like if he got to go to the Red Sox or the Yankees.
Yeah,
And the Yankees are the Yankees of old, and the
And
Red
the
Sox
Yankees
are
are
the
better.
Red Sox
The
of
Yankees
old.
getting a better team.
I don't find any of these questions amusing. Let's move on.
Oh, now you want to move on.
He
You
going
said
to
bring.
Fenway.
Wait.
He going to Fenway.
You said bring the funny. It ain't funny with about you, huh? Ain't no fun
It
with the
ain't
rabbit.
funny when the rabbit got the
Ain't no
gun.
fun when the rabbit got the gun.
All right, Howie. I'm looking at the time. Where'd Howie go? Okay. I'm looking at the time.
Now you want to end. Look, now you want to end the show. I'm looking at the time. How can they follow you guys?
Let's see. We did the Clippers signing Chris Paul. I'm gonna get the military thing out the way until Howie come back. Mo, give me a top 5 military movie because
Hold on. I got my top 5 military movies in here too. Hold on. Where's it at? It's
I
in
know
here.
one that may not be on there.
There go Howie. Howie, you ready?
Oh,
Yeah,
Howie,
I don't know where I left off at. Everything's right.
Yeah.
You got a phone call too from your doctor?
No.
He'll tell me, come here for that check. Man, leave me alone, dog.
Man, they was on me. Whatever happened, the gods of the Wi-Fi gods was on me.
Oh, you back in Detroit. That's what happened. You know what it
I'm
is.
back in the D. Right.
Howie, give me your top 5 military movies, man. I want to get that one out of the way. Give me your top 5.
Oh, my top 5 military movies. Oh my God.
You look for yours. Mo got his ready. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, number 5, Glory, baby. Glory. Gotta take Glory.
Yeah,
Denzel.
man, that's a good one. I forgot about that
baby.
one.
Gotta take Glory.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Damon Wayne, baby, Major Dad.
Major Wayne.
That's my job right there. Number 3, Tuskegee Airmen, baby. Yeah. And with the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, because he was in that, man.
He was.
Yeah. Number 2, and I know everybody got this. I'm glad I went first. Dead Presidents. Every black person, if they do an MTV Cribs reboot, Dead Presidents.
That's military.
Yeah.
And number one, Stripes. Bill Murray.
That was a good one. Stripes.
Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side?
The first game is game when the dude was running on the pole.
Go ahead, Howie. Give me your top 5.
Wait, I'm gonna go off the top of my head. I ain't even had this down. Damien Omen 3 when he was in military school. When he killed this guy.
Go ahead. All right,
just talk about that. We're gonna just messing people up. People that was in military school in the military part of the movie. So it's all seriousness. Black Hawk Down. Boy, if you ain't never seen the military movie.
Losing Howie.
Black Hawk Down is one of the best ever made, brother. Trust me when I tell you. Now that you
Wi-Fi Down is the one we going through right now. Wi-Fi Down. Black Hawk Down, Wi-Fi down. Look, he's still down. He's
frozen.
Can y'all hear me? I can't
hear you
right now.
You're frozen a little
Wi-Fi down, baby.
Am I back in?
Oh, no, you back.
No? Am I back? I'm back?
Yes.
All right, back. All right. I don't know what was happening. I can hear y'all, but I don't know how y'all lost me. So after Black Hawk Down, I could say Platoon.
Mm-hmm.
Got about that one, Platoon, boy. You know what I'm saying? You talk about gory. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and go even further than the most goriest and incredible movie I ever saw. Huh?
I know you about to go with it.
Saving Private Ryan.
I wasn't thinking that one, but yeah.
Saving Private Ryan, bro. That had to be one of the most intense military movies I've ever seen, like from beginning to end. But here's my favorite of all time. My number one is Full Metal Jacket.
Bang.
That's got to be the number one military movie. Like Private Pile. What is this? A jelly donut? A jelly damn donut.
Yeah.
And why is a jelly donut Private
Mommy
Pile?
and daddy pacify you as a child? Whatever he said.
Yo, he said, I will rip your eyes out your head and skull fuck you.
Skull fuck you.
But how with the donut? He said, are you supposed to have a jelly donut, Private Paul? No, sir. Why, Private Paul? Because I'm a little heavy, sir. Because you're a disgusting fat body.
I got
Private Pile has disgraced all of us, your platoon. Because of him, you will. Hey, listen, bro. They wrapped all the fuck up. I finished. They wrapped the towel up with the soap and beat his ass.
Hit him.
Yeah.
Do it.
One of the best military movies of all time. Full Metal
All
Jacket.
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Full
dude,
Metal
you're
Jacket.
right,
But Saving Private Ryan's got the best film beach.
Oh man! Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Storming Normandy scene ever filmed.
Mhm.
When they stormed, I felt like I was there. You know what I mean? I had flashbacks.
Absolutely.
All right, so that means that Jay, the filmmaker, he got to give us his top 5 military movies.
How we cheating on my work, bro? So I had Full Metal Jacket number 1. So I'm gonna just get it out the way because we spent time on that.
Yeah.
So number 4, I'm gonna go, even though it wasn't technically a military movie, First Blood. The first Rambo
that
movie.
was military
Rambo?
movie. That was a military movie.
That was
very
they
first
called out the
Rambo
National
movie.
Guard.
First Blood, bro. Number 3. Dude, it was so intense. I only saw it one time in the movie theater in 1998. I have not seen it since. Saving Private Ryan.
Telling you.
When I saw it, I didn't need to see it again.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to look at that movie too much, bro. You be traumatized.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 2, The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, that's good.
Love that with Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington on that submarine, bro.
Yeah.
About, like he want to launch even though he ain't got the full order. And Denzel's like, that's not protocol. And they fight back and forth. And it really stands out now given that orange clown we got right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And number 1 for me, man, I watched this joint just to laugh, and it's gory as hell. Inglorious Bastards.
Yep. Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
From start to finish, one of the most entertaining movies you will ever put on ever.
Yeah. I got to say, too, just to piggyback on what you're saying, Jay, Saving Private Ryan has a scene I can't watch again. It's the night scene. It's the scene when he's stabbing the other dude.
Oh my God, that fight between them, man, and that stab is incredible. Hey, man.
Yeah, I can't see that. I can't watch that scene.
Saw it one time.
It's so good and it's so realistic.
Yep.
It's one of the movies where you sit there and say, it's so good, I never need to see this again, and you'll be good with never seeing it again.
Yeah, literally, I'm good watching this again.
I want to see it again.
Yeah, I don't want to see that again either. All right, so being that the show's wrapped up, we're going to wrap this up and everything else. So, Howie, tell everybody out there, besides your WNBA issues, how we can follow you.
Well, Mo forgot 3 gentlemen and a soldier.
You know what? I thought me and you was better than that. I was like, we got to the whole show. Ain't nobody gonna bring it up. And here
It comes in a bottle of baby oil.
Almost there.
Hey, Jay said, what kind of movie is that? Hey, wait, what is that? 3 gentlemen and a soldier. That don't sound right.
He prosecutes his porn stash.
And I didn't say 3 gentlemen and a soldier. I said 3 soldiers and a gentleman.
3
The women,
soldiers and a gentleman.
it was 3 women. It was 3 women. It was 3 women.
That sound like a gangbang, bro.
Hey, that's even worse.
That's worse. That sounds like you got gay porn at the crib.
It was supposed to be 3 women dressed up as soldiers.
Hold up, bro. You got gay porn?
Oh my God.
Oh.
It was supposed to be, no, it's supposed to be 3 women and a soldier.
No.
But it didn't come out that way. It didn't sound right, but that was my thought pattern.
Oh God, man, I got tears, bro.
Hey, look, listen, that was funny. You
Howie, tell everybody how they can
can follow me at Howie Bizzell, HOWIE. BIZ.
Oh my, he's sticking. He's sticking.
CELL.
He's sticking.
And I got we doing the Howie Bizzell, HOWIE and we doing a comedy show on the boat here in Detroit, Omega Sci-Fi Leadership Conference right here in Detroit, man. Going down this weekend, man. This Thursday through Sunday.
There it is.
Come on, y'all.
Tell everybody out there how they can follow you and not your stash.
You know, it's
for different reasons in that movie, bro.
You know, it's a damn shame that you guys would do this to me. There ain't no how they could follow me. All right. I'm scared.
You gotta watch how you hold your fingers up, bro. Because if one
I'm
starts,
scared.
don't bend your hand another way.
I'm scared to talk.
Sorry.
Go to Jason. Let's go to Jason.
Okay, Jay, how you just Jay, how you
First off, pause.
I'll never forgive you, motherfuckers.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, I'm telling you, boy, I would call the Valley today. I would pitch that if I was you. You can get paid on that. At JD Hayes at fan base, bro.
Y'all, this is the name of the show. It's called Box Seats. We talk sports with comedians. It's hilarious, as you can see. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday through Friday. We on every day, 5 to 6 p.m. It's hard for me to even concentrate. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.